I don't know. It's Wednesday though, February 10th, 2021. I didn't make a video yesterday. Well, that's weird. I thought about it, but then I was like, didn't want to force myself. And I didn't really have anything in particular to say. You know, I could have, but it's a short changeover. You know, waking up for the 4 a.m. shift and still going out to Nineveh to go to an 8 o'clock meeting and then getting back. And it was like, and then Barbara didn't want to go last night because of the snow and travel and it being dark. And, you know, she is 88 years old and, you know, she gets scared. I don't know what it's like to be an 88-year-old woman who lost her husband a year and a half ago. They were married for 62 years, I think, something like that. So I imagine, you know, it's still, you know, yeah. So I didn't, when she told me, it sounded like she had been, you know, worrying for a while about me calling and then telling me and then me being disappointed or upset or something, like she was prepared for me to be something that I wasn't. You know, because I was just like, it's okay, you know. I don't remember exactly what she said, but you know, my main thing, because she was getting prepared to something, and I was just like, it's okay, it's okay, you know. As I think a lot of people would, in that situation, would try to convince them that they're wrong. Whatever it is, it's like, you know, oh no, well you have to go because this, or oh you're wrong because this. It's not scary. It's not cold. It's not dangerous. It's not snowy. It's not late. It's like no, it is. And whatever you think, it doesn't have to be a good enough reason. It doesn't. It doesn't even have to be a reason. It can just be a feeling or a sense, or I just don't want to. It doesn't have to have evidence or backup or uh, any sort of justification or rationalization for somebody else to approve of before it's acceptable. No. It doesn't need a stamp of approval or validation for it to be what is going to have happened anyway. So, in that split second, I realized all that, and I was just like, okay, it's okay. You know, I mean, that's just how it is. So, anyway, so I don't know if she appreciated that. I hope she did. But then I thought, you know, that she might have been worried that, you know, I had taken offense or something, and I was just being casual about it. I don't know. We only talk for like 15 seconds, so it's a lot for me to try to figure out. Like, but anyway, so I didn't get a chance to tell her my news because I would have gotten her curious and asked me some questions. But no, we can wait. I hope. Well, I still don't know, but I'm still interested, still curious, and still would like to continue the conversation. Um, I was thinking about that on the way back today. Um, it's like, I don't know if I want to continue the conversation from where it left off or continue the existing conversation as much as start a brand new conversation. Because I'm a different person. I'm not that person. I'm basically the same person, but I'm not the same person. Now I've got some different experiences and different feelings and inclinations and motivations and ideas and things like that that are working. And I couldn't tell you about them. You know, they're just in the background. They haven't even fully developed yet, where I can even put words to them. They're just running in the background. And But, I honestly was concerned, and I still am, because I might be working under extremely wrong um, deductive reasoning. I had forgotten about that concept. It's like I don't use, I'm not very good at deductive reasoning, or maybe I don't know. Maybe I just apply it badly because I'm trying to use I can use the exact same information that's available to me as it's available to somebody else, and arrive at a totally different destination because I am trying to reach a particular destination. So I'm using the available resources and information to try to benefit the outcome that I'm trying to reach, making assumptions along the way, and maybe some presumptions, and it's like, I can get a little bit dodgy and a little bit skeptical of my own. It's like, well, if this is to be, then this has to be, then that has to be, then this has to be. But this only works if it's the third Tuesday of every other month, you know? So it's like really, I'm just exaggerating for effect, but you start getting into the correlation and causation. It's like looking for patterns, and where it's like it'd just be so much easier to just talk, or or even just write. And I've done that before, but sometimes it's like putting too much on the other person, where it's like makes them uncomfortable. And I think I've done that before. I don't really want to do it again, like testing. It's like I don't need to do that. I'd like more voluntary information. Just information that's just given freely, and I don't have to guess at it. I don't like guessing at reality. But sometimes I don't think I'm going to get. It's like maybe I don't want to know the answers to certain questions, and that's why I don't ask them. Or maybe, I think I'd rather know. I think. And yeah, it's gonna hurt, and I'll be disappointed, or whatever. But also things change, and people change their thoughts as well. I mean, just like I change my thoughts. I don't change them; they just change. So, if that's possible for me, I can only assume that it's possible for other people as well. Of course, people do think differently from how I do. But I think this one, I think she thinks very similar. I think so. At least we have very similar patterns, thought patterns, and it seems like I don't know. We are not dissimilar. So anyway, I wasn't sure on, I guess, Monday, before I responded to her original hi, how I'd be feeling. I did record a video after, but that was just I don't know. It was too close, and I was just. Now I've had 2 days to think about it, and it's like I'm relieved, and I'm excited to see what happens next. I think some new boundaries or I need some idea of what is desired, like what is, what is. I think for me, it's like I can be a bit overwhelming and a bit of a bother, and I do not want to be costing energy and be like a nuisance. Because for my needs of like attention or Yeah, attention. So I want to be a benefit, not a detriment to what she has going on in her life. So, and it might just be the writing. Like she just likes my writing, and I like her writing, um, and so it's like that might be all she wants from me. And she just wants some sort of playful writing back and forth, where I am somewhat of a what's the word? Slightly artificial, slightly imaginary, where I'm not entirely real, but I talk back, you know. So a real person pretending to be an imaginary person who writes and has reflections. And I guess for my side, I guess she gets to be, for me, um, the person that she is. And I do see what I want to see, and I only see, or I can see, what is shown to me. But I like what I see, and I'd like to know more. But I feel a little bit intrusive and invasive to ask too much, because I've tried, and I think I've gotten some, I'm going off memory here, I've gotten some stonewalling, where it's like, it feels like that was too much, or I just pushed too much or something. And it's like, oh, oh, hit a boundary, oh, 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 sidestep, change the topic. So, I don't know. But maybe that was just, too early, too soon to be asking certain things, because I am a stranger, I guess. But now I'm a little bit more familiar, I think. I've been around for a little while, just a little while. Um, Hopefully that's built some trust, because, I think I had her trust, but I think I implicitly trusted her because I wanted to, um, more than I actually um, was trusted. But I understand that. I think, it's like, well, I don't, but from what I understand and what I can imagine, it must be like, or has been like, as far as trauma, sustained trauma. Like, well, yeah, she has every right, and yes, to be suspicious, and reserved. I would be too, and I am. Just, I don't know. Maybe it's just from my point of view, it's just like, I don't know. I don't know. But I just wanted to get a little thing going, get the conversation started again. So I don't know. I'm not gonna, definitely not gonna press for a phone call or a video call. I don't know. That, I don't know if that's even a thing. It's like, I'm not gonna bring it up. I mean, I would totally try it and work on it, because you only get better at stuff that you practice. So if we never talk to each other, like audio to audio, or video, audio, blah, 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 this, we'll never figure it out, so we won't learn how to talk to each other. It'll just forever be text. And that'll be all it ever is. For as long as, you know, it lasts, until something else happens, or, because I'm not really, you know, a long-term text relationship, I mean, eventually something else would get my attention, I imagine, and I wouldn't have as much time for writing, and then that would be a, but, and the same thing for her end, you know, there's lots of other writers in the sea, and somebody else's writing would catch her interest more than mine, and all of a sudden I'd become old news. So, I don't know. There are a lot of us out there, you know, writers. And there's other autistic people too. So. But we definitely have common interests, I think. Probably more than what she realizes. Or less. I don't know. Or maybe she's even one step. She does seem to be one step ahead of me a lot of times, where she's actually already realized all these things that I'm like catching up to. And it's like, so I gotta factor in that. Because I don't have, and that's the other thing, I don't have any experience. So it's like, so, I don't know. And this is one of those things that I kind of have to, I have to figure it out for myself. I can't, there's no outside counsel really that I could even talk to. So, and also it's like privacy and anonymity and all that stuff too. Hmm. Yeah, it's really confusing for me, because I just know that you know, I am going to attempt to write um, in her general direction tonight, without warning, and it won't be a tsunami, it won't be a tidal wave, or a typhoon, or a hurricane. It'll just be a wave. Just send a wave. Hmm. I would like to know if she's been reading what I've been writing and just not letting on that she has been, because I'd just be curious. Because I really liked it when she was like responding and like, you know, just even just putting a little, you know, to let me know that she had read it, you know. That kept up with my writing. So, anyway. Those are just my partial thoughts on Wednesday, February 10th, 2021. I really don't know what's not possible. It's only when I start to say that something's impossible that it becomes impossible. So I just keep letting things be possible and keep dreaming and keep believing and see what happens next. I like surprises. You know what I mean.